Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you the top 5 best gaming motherboards of 2023. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together a list of options that will meet the needs of different types of buyers. For more information, I have included links in the description box down below. Now number 5 on the list is Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Xtreme. All the flagship class Z790 motherboards offer the best of the best in terms of features and specifications. But the Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Xtreme presents the best value among them. You'll lose a couple M.2 sockets over more expensive boards, but this bird otherwise has everything else you could ask for and more, while costing between $200 and $400 less than the competition. The Z790 Aorus Xtreme delivers 10 gigabits Ethernet, 40 gigabits per second Thunderbolt 4 ports, flagship class audio, PCIe 5.0 GPU and M.2 support, overkill power delivery, and that high-end appearance you expect from a high-end board. MSI's Z790 Godlike offers up a few more features, like 7 M.2 sockets, but costs $400 more, and it's also physically bigger, making it hard to recommend to most people unless money is no object. The Z790 Aorus Xtreme also performed well in our gaming, productivity, and overclocking tests, as you would expect from a flagship board. Just remember that this is an eATX model, so you'll need a case with a bit more room than standard ATX options. But you could certainly buy a bigger case with the money you'll save by opting for this board over other Z790 flagship options. Now number 4 on the list is ASRock Z690 Xtreme Wi-Fi 6E. ASRock's Z690 Xtreme Wi-Fi is a great motherboard to build your Alder Lake-based system around if you're looking to save money to spend on other components. Its out-of-the-box performance with some heavily multi-threaded applications was somewhat slower than average in some tests, but lightly threaded workloads and game testing saw this board shine. Hardware-wise, the board is well equipped for its price, including 3 M.2 sockets, a whopping 8 SATA ports, dual Ethernet ports, 1 GBE, 2.5 GBE, and integrated Wi-Fi 6E. The board looks good too, with its mostly black design, dark blue accents, bright RGB LEDs, and aesthetically pleasing notches in the PCB. There are many competing options in the $200 price range, but only the ASRock Xtreme comes with integrated Wi-Fi 6E and 8 SATA ports. If you're into RGB lighting, which the Asus and MSI do not have at this price, the Xtreme Wi-Fi 6E is the way to go. Unless you need more than 5 USB-A ports on the rear I/O, the Z690 Xtreme is the best Z690 board we've tested around the $200 mark. Now number 3 on the list is Gigabyte Z690i Aorus Ultra Plus. The Gigabyte Z690i Aorus Ultra Plus has proved itself in our testing to be a well-performing, good-looking, and a cost-effective option in the Z690 ITX space. Priced well at $329.99, it's cheaper than most of the competition, and it includes 2 M.2 sockets, a modern premium audio codec, and high-quality 105A MOSFETs to feed any CPU. Plus, it's an RGB-inclusive design. If we look at the competition, we have ASRock's Z690 Phantom Gaming ITX TB4, $299.99, the MSI MEG Z690i Unify, $399.99, and Asus ROG Strix Z690i Gaming Wi-Fi 6E, $409.99. These are more than capable ITX boards, with the difference coming down to price and your needs. All of these boards include Wi-Fi 6E and 2.5 GBE, at least 2 SATA ports and 2 M.2 sockets. The other boards have additional SATA ports, while the MSI is the only one with 3 M.2 sockets. The ASRock falls short if you compare audio codecs, but few users would notice a difference. We like what the Gigabyte Z690i Aorus Ultra Plus has to offer. The new board fixed problems with the previous version's PCIe slot and brought us a generally well-rounded and definitely a well-priced SKU. It's also the only Z690-based ITX board with integrated RGB LEDs to make it visually stand out in your case. Those who are looking to use more than 2 SATA drives will need to look elsewhere, but otherwise, The Ultra Plus is the best Z690 Mini ITX option available for the price. Now number 2 on the list is Gigabyte Aorus Z690 Tachyon. The Z690 Aorus Tachyon comes with robust power delivery that supports sub-ambient overclocking of any compatible Alder Lake CPU. The 105A SPS MOSFETs, large heatsink, and overclocking tools ensure the board doesn't get in the way of top achievable clock speeds. And in our testing, it performed above average overall, with some of the fastest results in our new Blender benchmark, Cinebench R23 and Procyon Office, with our game tests also showing results slightly higher than average for the Z690 boards we've tested. The EATX Aorus Tachyon has several features that make overclocking easier too, including buttons to raise-lower the CPU ratio, cool-down functionality, limp modes, multiple BIOS capability, tantalum capacitors around the socket area, better and easier for insulating for sub-zero runs, and more. Although this board is made for overclocking, it still does most everything else well too. From the 4M.2 sockets and 6 SATA ports to the last-gen flagship Realtek audio solution, it comes packed with features that are useful for most any type of user. Still, those who need more than 64 gigabytes of RAM, professionals, content creators, etc., will have to look elsewhere. Now the last product on the list is MSI Mag B660M Mortar Wi-Fi DDR4. So long as you don't plan on overclocking your CPU or want to use PCIe 5.0 devices before your next upgrade, the MSI Mag B660M Mortar Wi-Fi DDR4 and its B660 chipset makes for a great option for those looking to get into Alder Lake without putting a heavy burden on your build budget. It lacks the fancy looks or RGB lighting of pricier boards, but does come with everything you need to get the most out of a stock-clocked Alder Lake CPU. The Mortar includes 2 PCIe 4.0 x 4M.2 sockets, 6 SATA ports, a premium last-generation audio solution, and VRMs that easily manage the flagship Core i9 CPU. In our testing, performance on our B660M Mortar was similar to those of the Z690-based DDR4 boards we tested previously. In other words, this sub-$200 motherboard was able to utilize our i9-12900K processor to its fullest while costing a third less than most Z690 offerings. I hope you liked the video. See you guys next time.